Hello folks, welcome to el canal de Chano Jose. Today's topic is buying wheels for your car. And before you start buying or investing in wheels, you want to make sure that they fit and they fit right, because there's a couple things you gotta take in consideration before you buy wheels, because you might end up spending some money and buying some wheels and then you find out that they don't fit for a simple reason. And today we're gonna give you a few tips that they can help you out find and buy some wheels that can fit into your car without wasting money. With that, let's get started. So you found a really good deal on some wheels, but the first thing you gotta check is that it's obvious that your car has a 4-lug pattern and that once you found it's a 5-lug pattern. So there's 5 holes and your car has only 4. So that's a given that they're not gonna fit. So if there's 5-lug pattern and your car has a different lug pattern, because it's 4-lug pattern and a 5-lug pattern, they're not gonna fit. It could be a 5-lug pattern and a 6-lug pattern and they're not gonna fit. So you wanna watch out for that before you start buying wheels. Make sure that's a given. That's the first thing you wanna check. So now you find the wheels and it's a 4-lug pattern and your car is a 4-lug. That's probably telling you that they're gonna fit, but still we have to look at other things before we buy them, because they might not fit even if they're a 4-lug pattern. So you got 4-lug pattern, bolt-on wheel, you found it. Now the other thing you have to be sure that you have to look for is that the center hole needs to be bigger than this part. So if this hole is smaller than this area, it's not gonna sit flush with that drum, so you're not going to be able to bolt it down. That's another thing you got to look on when you're buying wheels. Sometimes these holes, the center hole might be smaller than what you got in your car, so it might not sit flush even if the bolt-on pattern goes through the holes on the lugs, but the center will not sit flush. Measure the center hole of the wheel and see if it's going to clear that, because otherwise you're not going to be able to fit those wheels in and you already bought them. So then you grab your measuring tape and you measure the hole, the center hole, from side to side, and it measures 2.25 inches. So then you come over to your car, and if you already measured this, you will know how much space you need or clearance. So this is about 2 inches 1/8. This is at 2.25 inches and this is 2 inches 1/8, so that fits right on it. So this is one thing you gotta look for, because otherwise, even if it's the same block pattern and the same distance, you're not gonna be able to fit it because just the centerpiece. So now another thing that you have to be careful when you're buying a 4-lug pattern wheel, you gotta make sure that the lug pattern that you have fits this wheel, because there might be a lug pattern that is wider. So this one, to measure it, you gotta know, you gotta go from the end of the lug to the middle of the other lug. The measurement is 3 inches from the end to the middle of this lug. It's a 3 inch. So then we go and look at our wheels that we're looking for, and we go from one end to the middle of the hole, and we find out that it's a 3 inch. So it's gonna fit. So it's not just because it's a 4-lug pattern it's gonna fit. There's Toyota and Hondas, they have a 4-lug pattern, but some of those are more spread out. So you gotta make sure that the ones you're buying, they're the ones that you need for your car and they're gonna fit. So the way to measure it is that you go from the end of one lug to the middle of the other one, and it's a 3 inch distance. So when you know that distance, so now you take it and you measure the wheel, and now you know if it matches what you got, because that distance from here to here should be the same distance from here to that one, and from that one to that one, and from that one to that one. So another thing you want to be careful when you're buying wheels for your car is that you want to make sure that if you got 17-inch wheels and you want to go 15s, because you need some bigger tires, the roads that you drive on, they're not made, the wheels are not made for that road. You want to be careful, because sometimes the cars have bigger disc brake systems, and they are made, they put the wheels that they come with it because they clear the inside of the wheel. So if you go 15s, you might just hit the brake systems before you even try to get the wheels on. So You want to be careful on that, because it doesn't just mean that they have to fit on. That means that the brake system can hit the inside of your wheels, and you're never going to be able to put those wheels on. So you want to make sure that the wheels that you're trying to fit on your car, they clear the brake systems too, because they might hit the inside of the wheel before you even get them on. So that's another thing. Another thing you want to be careful on is when you're buying wheels and they're too heavy and then they're too big, and it might affect the fuel efficiency in your car. Not just because the wheels look good, they're gonna ride good. So just want to make sure that you want to weigh how much your wheel and your car is being weighs, and then how much the new wheel is gonna weigh, so, and how bigger it is. So that's gonna affect the fuel efficiency, and also it's gonna make your engine and your transmission work even harder because they're heavier. So you want to be careful on that. Buying wheels that are heavier and bigger, but that's just personal. So another thing you want to be careful when you're buying wheels is that once you purchase your wheels and you're about to put them on your car, new modern cars have pressure sensors that they're on the wheels. So if your car comes equipped with those sensors, which is pretty much newer cars, you can take those sensors and transfer them to the new wheels, and that way you have a working system on your car. So whenever a tire goes low on pressure, your system on your dash is going to tell you, hey, we have low pressure on a wheel. So that way it gives you time to check it. Otherwise, if you don't transfer those sensors, that light is always going to be on, and whenever something goes low on pressure, you might even ruin a wheel and a tire, and now you're going to be scrambling around trying to match the wheels that you got with another one. That is going to cost you a lot of money, when you could have just avoided that by transferring the sensors to the new wheels, and that way you have a working system. And well, folks, we can keep talking about wheels, but another thing that you want to make sure that if you care about price on tires, you want to check on how much is a 17, 18, 19 inch tire, because they can range on prices. So if you can't find too many 17s, you might want to go with 18 inch wheels. So that way there's more tires available for you to purchase. So for example, on our Tercel, it came with 13-inch wheels, and it was getting a little harder to find 13-inch tires for it. So we had to go 14-inch wheels on our Tercel. So now we have more brands, and they're out there more than the 13-inch tires. So, and they're about the same price. So it's harder to find 13-inch tires on these modern days when all the cars are being made with 18, 20-inch wheels. So the 13-inch wheels, they're getting rare to find. So that's why we have to go with the 14-inch wheels. For those who haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you like our video, give us thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here en el canal Echano Jose.